Welcome back to Babble On. We are the podcast that is watching, reacting, and discussing Babble On 5. We just watched A Voice in the Wilderness Part 2. We did these two back to back. Yes, thank you.
I just want to come out and say that really quickly. I was right.
Yeah.
Very right.
Very pleased with myself.
Very important.
Felt pretty like the only thing I didn't get was how Mars tied in, which the answer was it really didn't. So
yeah,
that's okay.
Yeah.
And that was more of an emotional plot line apparently than it reminded me of when wait, okay, can I
who are we, by the way?
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
Before we talk about Mad Men.
Well, okay, then I realized that it's a spoiler for Mad Men, but there's a scene that is not dissimilar in Mad Men of like somebody finding out that somebody that they used to hook up with is pregnant.
Gosh, I wonder which character that could be. Maybe you should censor the name.
Okay, sure.
It was the dawn of the streaming age. 4 friends, bound by a shared love of stories, embark on a journey to a legendary space station. 2 veterans of the ancient television wars, revisiting a familiar battlefield. 2 newcomers, eager to explore its mysteries and unravel its secrets. Their mission? To boldly go where many have gone before. This is the story of Babble On. The year is 2025. The place, wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm Jenny. I am a big fan of Babble On 5, and I've watched it multiple times.
I'm Jen. I'm a screenwriter and showrunner. I have watched Babble On 5 back in the day. I love it. 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 But I forgot everything from season 1.
I'm Gus. I'm an actor. This is my first time watching Babble On 5.
I'm Ali. I'm a writer and screenwriter. Wait, no.
Well, yeah, you are actually.
Yeah, but I'm also an actor, and in addition to those things, and a podcaster and whatever.
Yes.
And I'm a first-time watcher, and Mad Men came out forever ago. So
it's true. And you were right about the three-eyed raven, which is important to note.
We got to replace three-eyed raven. I was like, oh, he is old and tired out, and so it seems like somebody's got to be here. And I was like, and Draal's got to have a reason for existing. So
Draal seems plot relevant.
Yeah.
Let's give him plot relevant.
It was a nice emotional moment for Delenn. I like the whole thing about like why they didn't include Jeff on that.
That was good. If Jeff had gone down, he would have stayed.
And
that was our question about we were
Jeff.
watching.
So true. You know, I liked the episode. It was good.
Yeah.
Real
and
good.
I also going to confess I kind of lied to you in our last episode. Last podcast episode where I said I hear that quote in Draal's voice. I hear it in Delenn's voice.
Delenn's voice. Of course
she says it in this episode, yes.
Because I was thinking to myself, I was like, that? From that? Really?
No,
and then it came up 2 more times. I went, oh.
Yes, and she says the whole quote at the end, and I very much hear it in her.
It's really loved. It's a really sweet episode. Really nice.
Really tugged at the heartstrings in every way.
And introduces a whole lot of other important long-term plot relevant stuff, I think.
And introduces Londo's like heart, you know, he's like we kind of had hints of the fact that he like is not fully just a clown and fully just
this was like he was pretty heroic. Yeah, he's kind of heroic in this one.
Yeah, like the fact that it called to him
such and such thing.
Something
12.
Palace 12.
Fricassee 12 something.
Sure.
Pick him a 12.
Yeah.
No, we definitely started with an F.
It was an F, yeah.
It was an F, yeah.
Really good. Really nice.
Was it Fracas 12?
It was some Ficus 12 or I don't know.
Ficus. Ficus 12.
But interesting. Oh, sorry, I was just going to say the three-eyed raven of it all, because we just had our Holy Grail episode a couple of episodes ago that seemed like not that relevant, but there is sort of the Joseph of Arimathea kind of like guardian. I've been here. I was left here to protect this thing that I don't think is unrelated. I mean, I don't think the symbolism is. At
Ficus 12, were they ambushed?
That was good.
Yes.
like you saying Joseph of Arimathea got me. Like we have a voice in the wilderness, which is literally from the Bible. That's it's from Isaiah, but I think I can't remember, but it's from the Old Testament. But it's prophesying John the Baptist, and then like at one point, Draal says, "If you have ears to hear," which is literally that's a Bible verse as well. Like there's just a lot of prophetic, like seeding things like I see going on here.
A lot of imagery, also self-sacrifice, famously kind of a core tenet of the New Testament.
No, that doesn't come up. What?
No.
I don't know.
So.
You go ahead, Jenny. There's a lot of stuff I could jump into, but I feel like also JMS and Janet, yes?
Yes. Oh, yeah. It's the same because I'm sure they filmed. They filmed this as like a one thing,
right?
Although no, they probably did because Stephen wasn't in the first half, so they probably did film it separately. But yes, she was the director of this as well, and obviously JMS wrote both of them. Yeah. We talked about this like briefly in the Grey Council, but it's not a Grey Council thing. JMS wrote this episode while having a massive fever. Like he had like he like over 12 days. And he wrote it in, what does he say? He submitted the script and then was like, no, wait, I gotta do that again. And he like locked himself in a room for like 12 days while on a fever or in a fever. I don't know what the term is.
Wow. So he was like very sick.
Very sick. Yeah. While writing this one.
He did a real good job for being real sick.
He popped off.
Yeah.
Well done.
So this resolved some of the plot points that you were asking, but it also has, as you said, things that may potentially be relevant in the future.
Well, the planet's alive. That's kind of big. The planet's alive. It's got a bunch of cool information inside of it, apparently.
That we're not ready to have.
We're not ready to have makes me think of Kosh.
Belongs to the future. Is that what he said? Belongs to the future?
I think so. Yeah. And you can have it when the time is right or something.
Yeah.
What if the Vorlons are like spun off from these guys somehow? I don't know. I just can't stop thinking about the Vorlons, I guess. We'll come back to that in 5 years.
Factor in.
Yeah. Right.
This was, the planet's alive.
I was going to say there's bad guys of that race who want whatever is in the planet, and he's there to protect them and keep them away.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. What else is there that carries forward, actually? That's the biggest thing is the planet's alive.
That is the biggest thing, obviously. The planet.
Kind of the biggest thing.
I have to say, they were like, we've been looking for this planet for 500 years. I'm assuming they like called home before they came out to find it, because now do other bad aliens know where it is? That's all I'm saying.
Or how many of those guys are there? Maybe. Well, it's also possible that they're like opportunistic, and they're like, if we get it without telling anybody, then we're in charge.
That could, because
was my initial thought.
The dude in there was like, they are a warring whatever. They were the bad guys of our race, and we
another thing
them.
That keeps coming up, by the way, throughout this whole show is factions within species.
Yes.
Warrior caste, religious caste.
Factions within
bad
that
guys
species.
from that species, good guys.
Yeah. In fact, like even in Earth now, I'll be like, we're humans, so we're not noticing it. But like from the outside,
many factions.
They've got like Earth versus Mars. Like that's the big faction that was relevant in this episode.
Mars plot, again, as Ali pointed out, turned out to just kind of be an emotional beat for Garibaldi and not plot relevant at all, which is fine.
Yeah. But it does open him up. It makes him feel like a little bit vulnerable, I think. It gives you a bit of...
It was nice. It was nice for him. I was expecting there to be like, this woman is actually a revolutionary and it ties into the overall thing of like oppression and da-da-da-da-da. It's just a nice moment for him. Not a nice, it's just a sad moment for him.
Good character moment. Yeah.
Yeah. That part made me so sad.
I know. It was a lot of like, we just talked about like Londo being the clown and Garibaldi being the lecher, or like staring Talia down, and like him jumping out of the elevator at the beginning of the last episode. Like all of these characters that we thought we had pegged down on the surface as their like sort of surface characters of really like, because we've always known Jeff as deep and Ivanova with her Russian, but like this was a moment of like seeing Garibaldi's soul and his soft side and his sweet side, and seeing a moment between him and Jeff saying, like, if we're going to evacuate, we're not all going to make it off, get Ivanova out of here. What was that about? Like, that was this really sweet moment. And Jeff and Garibaldi being like, I got it. I'm on it.
Yeah.
So Ivanova must be significantly younger as a character.
That's the impression. Yeah. Like, cause she's at the beginning
got a whole
of her
career in front of her.
Yeah.
I mean, the actors they haven't clear age gap.
Yeah.
She looks to be like in her 30s and he looks to be like
late 40s, early 50s or something like that. I don't know.
Like that. I think it's this thing of like, you know, if you're a mentor and you really care about your mentee, like Ivanova gives like little sister vibes.
Yes. I really like that they did, because that scene, the way that they worded it and did it, it could come off really patriarchal, like take care of the little lady.
Yes.
And it doesn't because of the way that no.
Yeah.
I had my alert.
I thought about that.
What? I thought about his whole career. Yeah, okay.
Because he did say women and children and civilians.
Ambassadors and civilians,
Yeah, I think by that they meant like, you know, people who are not, who are just civilians, Yeah, you know, it was like Captain goes down with the ship vibes and like, you know, Ivanova would want to stay, but she's young and has like her whole life ahead of her, you know, and she's like, my mentee, I don't want to see that happen.
Yeah, that was really sweet.
Yeah, I'm usually super sensitive to the like, you know, damsel in distress thing. We won't talk about the Jordan-ness of it all, but and I didn't even dawn on me. Like, it didn't even like that was well handled.
Yeah.
Another thing, really consistent through line in this episode is people like with previous relationships and how they carry forward and linger and or don't. With Garibaldi and his ex, and with Delenn and Draal, and then with everybody in Ivanova. You know, I'm stretching a little bit here, but kind of in terms of how do these things all connect, it's a lot about how history kind of informs what you're willing to do for people, and when you're willing to put others. I mean, they were willing to sacrifice themselves for Ivanova to a certain extent, but they were going to die anyway. Garibaldi was willing to go to great lengths to talk to Lise. I'm stretching a little bit, but I feel like there are some elements that carry through to all plots there. It's a good episode, you know? I mean,
great episode.
The second half really popped off hard. Because when I was doing the previous Leon, I was like, and then that's just happening and nothing results.
Well, so one of the things he said while writing this episode is he found it difficult because he was writing a 2-parter and he's used to pacing things for 1 hour. And he like got to certain points in the script. He's like, nothing's happening yet. But it's because I'm writing
more of a 120-page behemoth.
Yeah. He's writing a feature. He's writing a feature. You know, it is a different. We were talking about pacing before and commercial pacing and things like that, but also it is different when you're pacing it out that way.
I loved it. I got emotional at points. That was really sweet. They made me care about Draal, even though he was only there for 2 episodes.
Yeah,
well, Draal's gone. I mean, Draal can project into the ship now, and I feel like the planet is yet another goddamn major factionary plot related topic.
There's a lot of like potential things to interfere with life on Babylon 5 right now.
That's part of why.
Do you see why I thought Wheel of Time fans would like this? Like, it has the same kind of
That's also part of why, Allie, when you were like, "Oh, we're in the story turn, we're in this," I'm like, I don't think that's how this is working, because every 3 episodes he introduces another major plot element that simply wasn't touched on beforehand.
Yeah, I think I was more thinking about it in terms of like, you know, we're ramping up toward the end of the season,
right?
And you want to leave people with a lot of hooks to come back for another season. So I was like, well, this I think is going to be another thing where like, you know, we're starting to see another reason to come back, another like mystery, another thing. So that's what I kind of was more looking at, was just like, well, we're toward the end of the season. So like, what are we wanting to do as we're wrapping things up?
Yeah.
Here's what I think, by the way. Here's the thing I think that we're going to get this season. I said this before, but I feel like the pilot intentionally ended with "there is a hole in your mind" to Jeff. And so I feel like if we're getting an answer to anything this season, it's like a more complete answer on Jeff's lost day.
Okay.
If we're getting a concrete answer, like a thing that ties up, I think it's that. But I
feel like the way that they tie it up is going to introduce more questions.
Of course.
Why that Lost Day existed in the first place. Might be like the next kind of like jumping point.
Right.
I'm interested to see how that wraps up.
No, I'm interested to see how you react to how that wraps up. So.
This was a fun episode.
Yeah.
I liked that we got some more emotion out of Delenn. I liked that we got a lot of emotion out of Londo.
Yeah. It was a very
again generous actor.
Right.
Yeah.
We talked about JMS and his and him being character oriented instead of plot oriented. I mean, both. He's got the plot all figured out, but like really wanting to take us on these journeys of these character arcs, which I think is really great and really interesting. I did feel like there were some things that were set up with like war guy coming in being really hot, coming in really hot and saying like, you know, we're gonna take I'm taking over the
that's the actor's name, by the way. The character's name is something like I know it's just hilarious. Yes,
I know.
It's just Ron Canada is such a great name.
His name
it is Ron Canada. Yeah, sorry.
His name is Ron Canada. The captain. I'm just saying because people who didn't watch the reaction have no idea who Ron Canada is. It's Captain Ellis Pierce. But
Ron Canada is better and more memorable.
Yeah. So when Pierce comes in so hot, though, he comes in and he's like, you know, this is our moon landing. Like, we need to claim this like super powerful planet first. Don't let any other races in there. I know that it's not Star Trek. They don't have the same scanning technology of like, let's see who's in that fucking rogue ship. Oh, look, it's a Centauri and two Minbari. Like, I was like, that seems like I was expecting there to be an escalation in that moment of him saying, see, I told you can't trust those other races. They're out for what we want to keep for ourselves. Why are we letting a Minbari stay down there as like in charge? Because if it's a Minbari who's down there, that's going to give the Minbari some say in what happens with the station, like with this planet. I just expected that to escalate, not for him to turn into like, hey, Jeff, old buddy, old pal at the end. I'm curious as to, again, like JMS knows the whole story so well and he knows where he's going with it. So I feel like he gets to those places and he's like, I already see the big picture. I'm already past it. Like, I know where I want to go with it. So this is not a relevant moment. But as the watcher of this episode, I was worried. I was like, wait, I want to end on a peaceful moment and we're not gonna. Oh, we did. And I'm a little disappointed. I feel like, like if you brought him in to bring in Pierce so hot, I feel like we could have gotten to the same place at the end of this episode without or if Pierce had just come in and said, we don't know what this is. We're worried. We want to take over. But his specific words were, we don't want the other races to get down there first. And then the other races got there and he didn't care.
Well, he did.
They were in the middle of a battle at that point.
I think at that point there was really nothing he could do about it. You know, like he was already in the thing. Yeah. And like now he can't go down and fix and correct that or change it.
I just feel like he'd like at the end of it, he'd be like, I'm going back and I'm going to tell the Senate on you. You let those other races go down there or they did or whatever. And see, we can't trust them. Like, I just felt like that was the logical next conclusion was, see, we can't trust them. And now there's a Minbari down there in this place that's really important to us. Yeah. How do we feel about that? And it kind of just got brushed over a little.
Yeah, that is kind of surprising.
Yeah.
Because if we're advancing...
I'll chalk it up to the fever.
Xenophobia and all that, Spacism.
Yeah, exactly. It's not, because we've set it up already, the xenophobia. But yes, let's chalk it up to the fever. Fair enough.
I'm chalking it up to the fever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I agree with you, Jen. That is a surprise that they didn't...
I got a fever.
Have more.
And the only cure is more Jeff.
Yeah. I'd have more kind of emphasis on the fact that somebody was down there that is not a human being.
Yeah. I guess maybe Pierce was just like, well, I'm going to do my job, but wasn't actually a dick in and of himself.
Yeah.
Like he was given orders to take over and then given orders that
stand down.
Yeah.
So
I mean, there's nothing they can do about it right now, I guess, is the kind of thought is it's like, well, we can't go down there. We just saw that.
Draal's going to blow us up if we do.
So I guess we're just going to wait.
Yeah.
For our opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Until they let us in, I guess.
Yeah.
Or maybe we never come back to that. But I don't think we're never coming back. There's times where an episode happens and I go, this will not matter. Like Grail. Grail happened and I went, this is not coming back.
Grail's not coming back.
The lucky Thomas Jinxo man, we're not going to see him again. The Mutai, maybe it'll be in the background or come. It's not going to matter in the long term, I don't think.
Okay.
Comments light up. But the planet is alive and can blow things up and can do whatever it wants and is full of secrets.
And it's sort of a supercomputer.
And is a mega
right
supercomputer that is run by Delenn's old buddy, old pal Draal. That's going to come back a lot. That's going to be important.
The shadows coming back.
Going to be important. Yeah, not every time, but many of the time I can go, I think to myself, oh, well, this isn't note. Let's write that down.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I just say that you just said "ope" like a good Michigander?
Oh.
Good Michigander.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Excellent.
When they were figuring out who was going to get into the hole in the wall, Draal went, "Oh, let me squeeze right by you.
I'm just going to scooch right in here.
Sorry.
Oh, he's Canadian.
Let me just slide right by you. Right?
Yeah. They almost missed the window. The planet almost blew up because they kept going, well, I guess we should go down there. And then they spent 35 minutes saying goodbye to everybody.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Had a couple, 2-3 more beers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Couple 2-3.
Couple 2-3 beers.
2-3.
When the Packers game was on, or the Lions game was on, or the Bears game was on, or
the Bears.
Does Indiana have a is that the Colts?
The Colts. Yeah.
The Colts game was on. So
Yeah.
Fuck Ohio. No, I'm sorry. I'm kidding.
Holy shit. We're on Canada here. You're coming in hot. What? All of a sudden.
First we went after Florida. Now we're going
I'm
after
from
Ohio.
Michigan. I'm allowed to say fuck
We
Ohio.
have to.
It's
Exactly.
okay.
We have many friends from Ohio.
It's
We
a
do.
theme- it's a
And my
theme of
mom's
the
from
day.
Ohio.
It is a theme of the day, though. This morning in my three-wheeling podcast, I was Michigander bagging on Ohio. It just you can't
That's what you
not.
It's
have
an
to do.
instinct.
It's in the blood.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in the blood.
Okay.
Gotta do it.
Yeah.
You tell my mom today. Go see her. We're gonna see my mom today. Go tell her, hey, fuck Ohio. Oh, bleep my mom's name. Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just a quick note thing, because this is from the notes, and I noticed it as well. The Hyperion, the ship that came in, doesn't have a spinning part, which means that they do not have gravity on that ship. And Jim has just confirmed that on the notes. Yeah. So
That explains why he was always strapped into a chair.
yes,
Because
he
I was
strapped-
watching it. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jenny.
No, that's it. Yeah, literally, I was saying yes. Yeah.
That's such an attention to detail. That's wild.
I love this shit because I was thinking about. I was like, I almost made a joke in the episode where I was like, it's really funny how on these shows, like on Star Trek and on Babble On 5, when we're on our ship or station, the person who is talking on the view screen can walk all over the place and take calls from anywhere and da. But whenever you're talking to somebody else, they're always sitting in the captain's chair on the bridge. Basically every single time. And I know that's because they shot all of those scenes at once. And they were like, okay, set the setup. Okay, get in the chair. Okay, now you're going to talk directly at the camera for 3 hours. But it is always funny to me. And this time I was looking at it and I was like, is he like buckled in? It almost looked like he was buckled in. I'm like, hey, he was. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's really
no
God,
gravity.
I love this shit.
Yeah.
Because we wouldn't take him as seriously if he was like floating around while saying that. You know what I mean? Like, that would have been very-
God
He's like,
damn it, Jeff.
God damn it, Jeff. We're going to just hold on one second.
Commander.
But
How are we going? Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. I'll be back. All right. Jeff, you got to whoop. Okay. Give me 30 seconds. Hold on, I'll find a wall. Let me push off. And I'm in frame. Oh, not again. No, I was trying to make that a joke for the Charlies as well, even if you're just listening.
Yes, it was good. It was good.
that was incredible.
It was excellent.
God.
It was
Thank you for
excellent.
that.
That was amazing.
I'll be watching that back.
That's amazing. Yeah, but even like as far as attention to detail, you notice the shuttles that went down to the planet all had fins.
Yes,
That was
yes,
why the
atmosphere.
fighters couldn't go into the planet because they are not able to fly in atmosphere.
Right,
Like there's just
right.
and they don't
There's no
ever explain it.
stabilizers.
They just there.
It's just there if you look.
It just
Yeah.
is. That's so wild.
Yeah.
Wow.
They
That's
were
such
like-
attention to detail.
There were a lot of like consultants on the show, obviously, and
Harlan.
I think the Star Furies. Oh, I'm going to say this and correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But NASA asked if they could use that design, and they were like,
I
"Yeah,
believe
you
you've said
can."
that before.
Yeah, as long as you call them Star Furies. Like if you ever use this design, you have to use our name for it.
That's
like,
crazy.
yeah.
Listen, this show's awesome.
The show is awesome.
It's
We're having
cool.
fun.
It's funny because, and we talked about this a little bit last episode, but I think you were gonna cut around it because I thought I didn't know this, but then you reminded me. No, I literally told you that was that people say season 1 is the worst one.
Mm.
Yeah, you can cut this.
It's fine.
Cut this.
People
cut
say
it. Cut. I take it all back. Do whatever you want. Goodbye.
Are you okay?
No.
What happened?
I thought you were hemming and going, no, Gus, don't talk about that.
Are you
No.
Not even a little bit. What I was going to say, like what I said to you before, and I don't remember what I was not hemming. I was trying to remember when the conversation happened. It might have happened in that big pause while we were, while I think you were
the dog out. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
That's wild.
What people say is, like, and it's one of the reasons actually when we told people that we were doing this podcast, we had to be so careful about, a bunch of people started saying spoilers to you because the people feel so, if you can get past season 1, you'll like the show. That is what people say. And so they feel they need to give you spoilers in order to tell you. Yeah. In order to tell you. Yeah, exactly. So they feel that they have to tell you spoilers to get you past season 1.
Don't worry, this is going to happen, or don't worry, like blah blah blah.
Yeah, that just makes me excited about future seasons.
I love this
because I'm having fun.
Season 1. Yes, I bitch about TKO, and we joke about Infect. Whatever, who cares? There's gonna happen in every show. Well, I love this.
I mean, you kind of hope that the first season is the worst season because there's the reverse where like people will talk to you and go like the first seas's amazing and then it just tapers off.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're like it's like it's like this really great one season and then like I'd rather be like the first season's not as good as the rest of it, like it gets better as it goes, and that's like great. Then if I like the first season, then I'm like really hype about the rest of it.
Yeah. So I've said this to Jen in the Red Count. Like, I'm really glad you're enjoying season 1 because that means you're in for a good ride. Like,
it's fantastic.
I'm having a great time.
Yeah. So
listen,
good.
If I put season 1 of this show against season 1 of Next Generation, season 1 of Deep Space Nine,
I know,
blows them out of the water. Season 2 of Next Generation, almost season 3 even. Like
it's got genies.
It's got creepy shadow demon goblin genie men. It's got Susan Ivanova. Susan Ivanova is not in Star Trek, so that's immediately like 30 points off.
Susan Ivanova is incredible.
It's got the budget.
I forgot her name. The budget.
I sent that to my boss the other day, and he cracked up.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
I don't care about the budget.
It's great. We spent
that's me 90% of the time.
Yes, we spent a long time in the first part of this podcast, like part 1 of this, praising Peter Jurasik, and I want to highlight Mira Furlan, just because Jurasik, Mira Furlan, and like she has when she cares about something, I care about it. Like that's
Who?
Delenn,
Delenn, the actor playing Delenn.
That's Delenn's strength. I mean, Mira Furlan as Delenn, I think one of her greatest strengths is she can do a lot with very little. Yeah. Peter Jurasik has the advantage of having reams of dialogue.
Yes.
And so many opportunities to chew the scenery and be gregarious and be over the top. But Mira Furlan doesn't get as much dialogue, and she has to do a lot with looks and reactions and just very few words, and that's really, really hard. And she kills it. And the camera work and the focus on just like her having an experience and processing something, but not showing a lot of it. I mean, because the challenge there as an actor is you need to go through all this shit that the character doesn't want to express.
Right.
And so what you then have to have the experience, but actively hide it. And creatively hide it.
Yeah.
So fucking hard. And
I was just gonna say, I just heard this described so beautifully, which I mean, and you guys will know this, but it was when I was at the I went to the Star Trek Strange New Worlds ending finale, and it was oh my god, not Zachary Quinto, shit balls, what's his name? Fuck.
The guy who plays Spock.
The guy who's playing Spock now. Ethan
Not
Peck.
Zachary Quinto.
It was Ethan Peck. No, it was Ethan Peck, and oh my God, both of them. I'm like in the wrong story. I'm in the wrong universe. And the guy who's playing Kirk right now. And there's some scenes in Strange New Worlds this season that they get to like, and everybody was like, oh my God, this is like a Kirk Spock scene. It's like super important. It's like it's their backstory. It's like the origin and the way that Paul Wesley plays Kirk. And he was like, that's none of our goddamn business. Like he was like us as the actors, everybody is like, this is really important. And he was like, me as the fan of Star Trek wanted to say, this is a really important scene, but it's not our business. Or it might've even been Ethan Peck who said it, but it's not their business. It's not their business. Like they do not need to know that this is meaningful in any way, shape or form.
Cause you often don't as a person know what's meaningful in any way until after it happens or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's like not realistic to be like, this is meaningful. Like people don't go through their lives going, this is meaningful.
Very rarely.
And like, until you're like older and things start like weirdly having how do we like callbacks to stuff? I don't know. Like now in my 30s, I feel like I'm getting these weird callbacks to stuff where I'm like, oh, the writers wrote here. Like, you know what I mean?
We are monkeys that can recognize patterns, right? That's what humans are. And so we recognize patterns in things that happen to us. And we go, oh, this mattered then. Something happened then. So now something has to happen. This is relevant.
Yeah. But you usually don't.
No.
In the moment, recognize that something is significant.
But Mira Furlan is able to, in character, carry those moments so beautifully well. I think.
Like it was in part 1, but that moment where like Draal tells her he's going to the sea and he wants to just have a good time with her. And you see her take that and be like, that's really sad, but you want to have a good time? I'm going to give that to you. I mean, like, you're going to see me for a second, be sad about it, but you need to have a good time. So I'm giving that to you.
Yeah.
Like
they call that like putting the toothpaste back in the tube.
Yeah. Because if you
that is a cool expression. Wow.
That is one we got from our acting teacher. It is the cleaner version of what the expression usually is, which I will Jen knows it, which I will tell you some other time. But it's essentially like you let something out as a because we all do. We have a reaction to something, we have an experience. By the way, acting is reacting. Acting is not, I'm going to actively do this thing now. Hilariously, it is this person did something that affected me and I have to respond and react to it. But so hard. We have these reactions in life, and usually we're not supposed to actually let people know how we think, or we're not supposed to have said the thing we do, and then we have to cover for it, where we have to, the toothpaste came out of the tube, we have to put it back in, and that's damn near impossible. So if you're able to effectively do that on camera, as again our Allie's and my mentor puts it, that's what they give people awards for.
Right.
And Delenn, Mira Furlan doing a great job there.
Yeah. Incredible.
Yeah.
I also feel like the earnestness of Londo is what lent, like how he does these comedic moments with this earnestness made us believe that he had this moment of like actual heart.
Yes.
Right.
Like if he had just been like, Hooters guy, I feel like we wouldn't have bought that moment at all.
Hooters guy.
You know what I mean? Like
I know what you mean. Yeah.
If he had just been that, like, if he had just been this like raunchy clown, like it would not have hit the way that it did.
Well, that is what we mean too when we say we're writing a 3-dimensional character.
Yeah.
We can the stereotype is 1 dimension. The stereotype plus plus like one little bit of color is a 2-dimensional, and then but you give them like these opposite moments or these things that we didn't expect from them, but we believe it because we built something that was real.
Another thing, by the way, talking about Delenn, talking about Londo makes me think of plot stuff. I understand why we didn't have any Narns or the Vorlons in this episode at all. It is very funny to me from like a plot and continuity perspective that Jakar and Natoth were not like supercomputer mega weapon. We want it.
Right.
And then Kosh was not like, nope.
Right.
Nope, because we've established Kosh.
It surprised me who was and wasn't involved in this episode.
Yeah, I mean, when she said there's something coming through and it's big at the end of the first episode, we were all like, is it the Vorlons? Like,
I get why you can't play the Vorlon card every episode.
Right.
No. And you also can't, there were so many characters in this episode that it might have been a little, like, I wonder like if he was writing this as an actual novel, if they would have been there, because you can write them on the page and give it like more time. But
he's like the budget.
God damn it! You beat me to it. I was gonna say he submitted the script to production. They said we can't afford all these actors. He went, I don't care about the budget. I'm gonna put that on the soundboard.
Please do. Yes.
Please do.
Yes.
It's amazing.
It's so good.
Oh, that'd be great. Okay, let's see. I'm going to do like another, I guess, round robin of all the characters. See if there's any final thoughts or further thoughts you have. Like, okay, Jeff. Any things?
Love him always. Self-sacrificing to a T, cares about others so much.
Of course you love Jeff, like, because you're like so like that. I
just love Jeff, man.
You're like I'm a good dude who's great. Is like waiting for their moment to do a good deed. Like that's you. You're just less punchy.
I don't punch.
You're like Jeff, but you don't punch.
I'm not a particularly punchy person.
Yeah.
Jeff.
But you'd be like, you do the like, make sure Ivanova gets on the ship. You do the. That's you. That's just you. You are like meant to be some kind of protagonist in some kind of sci-fi universe. Like that's dude.
That is my like dream.
No, but see, you'd be like, I don't want to be a leader. I don't want to be in charge. And then like, but everyone would be like, you're a leader.
No, I mean,
and
as
you're
an
in
actor.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, hire him. For no, I'm just kidding. But that's so you. That's just like who you are. So I'm like, of course you love Jeff. I mean, I love Jeff. Who doesn't love Jeff?
Everybody loves Jeff.
Jeff.
Jeff. You know,
right?
You know what one of my favorite Jeff moments from this episode is? It's just a small moment, but when he sends that message to Garibaldi at the end, and he's like, "Hey, I've got, Lise is fine if you want." And he doesn't say any, like, he just, if you want to talk after, I'm here. Like, it was just such a sweet, that's a good friend.
Jeff and Mike and Jeff.
Couldn't help but notice that she's due in September, and I'm like, everyone's fucking born in September.
Everybody,
happens a lot.
Everyone's born in September.
No, Jeff, really good stuff. Not a lot of Jeff advancement this episode, but important Jeff the comments go.
I did like that Delenn. I clocked it. She was like, "I'm willing to sacrifice my mentor to keep like this person who clearly means a lot to me
over
to
Jeff.
keep Jeff."
Yeah,
I was like, "That's your husband. If that is not your husband, I will eat this phone."
Okay.
Jeff is husband.
Yeah.
That's like that's wife energy. I will sacrifice this other person that means a ton to me to keep his eyes. Jeff safe.
Yeah.
I'm clocking it.
Yeah.
You're clocking it.
Jeff totally would have plugged himself into the machine.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
husband. She knows husband.
Yeah.
That's wife material.
Yep.
Yes.
Would it make sense too? Listen, here's the like I talk about Jeff, joke about
Surprise.
Jeff's survivor guilt and everything.
We've been married this whole time.
Like Jeff is haunted by the fact that his whole team died at the line, and that he feels as though there was more he could have done, and even when he tried to do something to make it up to them, he was stymied. So of course he wants to do some kind of noble, go out, sacrifice himself for people thing.
Right.
Yeah, we've discussed this.
Yeah.
Just
it's important to touch on again. So Jeff,
makes me wonder if he and Londo have some potential to bond over like leadership at crucial battle moments.
Jeff and Londo get to Bondo.
That's good.
Nice.
You get that.
Yes.
They get, but like, makes me feel like there might be more they might have more in common than we might initially think.
Okay. Yeah,
because even as like flippant as Londo is in this moment, it's like there's a lot under the surface of that guy.
Yeah. Sorry, you again going back to the last podcast, but one of the things the words you were using to talk about Peter Jurasik. How do you say his name?
Jurasik.
Jurasik.
You say it.
Jurasik.
Okay, Jurasik. And the actor playing Jakar. There's a video that neither of you can watch yet, but it's literally about the two of them, and it's called it's a master class in acting. That's literally what the video is called.
Yes.
Yeah.
I look forward to the day.
Those two are excellent actors. Excellent.
One of them, Peter Jurasik, to my understanding, is still alive.
He is still alive.
I don't think Andreas Katsoulis is.
Andreas Katsoulis is not. Mira Furlan is not.
Well, I'm feeling like writing a fan letter to
Stephen
Jurasik.
Biggs. Like Dr. Steve is not.
Dr. Steve's not alive?
Yeah, Veer, Stephen First is not. This cast has been devastated. This cast has been devastated.
Jeff O'Hare.
Michael O'Hare has also passed away. Yeah.
What?
Garibaldi?
Yeah, this cast has been... Garibaldi has also passed away, yes. Yes. This cast
is this show cursed?
It's been devastated. This cast has
they're
been
not that old
devastated.
in the show.
No,
it's only been, what, 20 years?
30 years.
30 years?
30 years.
Okay, I guess that's a long time. But, like,
but
still, they're not that old on the show. Yeah. Like, I feel
and many of them died quite young.
Is Ivanova still alive?
Ivanova's still alive. Ivanova's on 911, on the show 911.
Wait, I just, you know, we'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
They released a trailer.
They released a trailer,
fascinating,
for the new season that has gone viral.
Oh, I haven't seen it. I gotta look for it.
It's something.
Okay.
You know what?
Here's the thing. Oh my God, I did see it, and I was like, what's happening?
Yes.
Yeah. So there's a lot of parodies of it that exist now.
Good.
One of my favorite parody people. I saw the parody
Madison
first,
Humphrey on TikTok.
And I was like, "What?" And it's literally
satirist.
shot for shot. Like she's parodying it allegedly, but it's pretty much shot for shot the entire trailer. And listen, I think that the show's point is shocking things that happen.
Very much so. Yes, very much so.
It feels like the show's kind of point is that it's a little soapy.
Yep.
Petey's licking my foot right now.
But it has Angela Bassett, and occasionally Angela Bassett talks to Susan Ivanova, and that is obviously Claudia Christian.
I just saw that Jennifer Love Hewitt's in it.
Yes, Jennifer Love Hewitt. But I literally started watching it because of Angela Bassett, and then Susan Ivanova showed up, and I was like, "What the fuck? All right, I'm in." Yeah, I was pointing Leo. That was me. Yeah.
But I
need to see this trailer. I'm quite excited now to watch it.
You absolutely do, and then I'll send you the parody version
of
it.
Please do.
It's pretty great. Can I tell you what happens in it?
I mean, the show is ridiculous.
Just the thing. So meteors are going to hit specifically LA, and it's just
all of them looking up into the sky and being like, "Oh my god!"
And what apparently is funny about it, because I do not watch the show. But I did see the trailer.
Spoilers
and it was
for last season.
I feel like watching just this episode. So they've got me now. So I guess the trailer has done its job, because now I'm I have to see how this ends. Because it's all of them staring, and I'm like, what is 911 supposed to do?
No, not the shit.
When there's like all the comments are call NASA. What? Right? This is not your job description.
The trailer I saw was a super short one, super short, super fast little teaser, and I was watching it on my iPad, so it wasn't that small, and it was I know you've probably already heard this, but the sky is falling.
I haven't seen that,
but you couldn't see the meteors in the trailer, because I immediately leaned into my iPad. I was like, am I missing it's got to be meteors, right? It's meteors. That's all it was. Meteors. That's all the whole trailer was her just yelling, "The sky is falling." I'm sure you've already heard this, but the sky is falling. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean?
What the fuck, Chicken Little?
Meteors.
Yeah. Meteors. Yeah.
Chicken Little?
I was like, is this a joke? Yeah.
But all that to say...
No, it's meteors. But no, the other thing that's funny, is that apparently, because I'm now catching up on this lore, no, there's a longer trailer I must send you, Jen, and then I will send both of these things to the Babble On 5 chat.
Please.
But the funny thing about it is that apparently last season they killed off a major character, and we're not bringing him back because of realism. And then the trailer for the next season is meteors.
So
everyone's is this show about realism?
Right. Yeah. Right.
So,
but they killed off a major character last season. It's true.
And that is not me bagging on the show. It is just that the trailer has taken the world by storm.
Show. It is a ridiculous. I enjoy it,
and there's nothing wrong with that.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's
know what you're making, right? And listen, we love a Grey's Anatomy where it's what else could happen? You know what I mean?
Right.
There's a plane crash every season. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's that's fine.
But the point of it is Susan Ivanova, Claudia Christian. She's not a major role, but she's on the show. And she talks to Angela Bassett, and they are on screen at the same time. And
Angela Bassett
is amazing.
Yeah,
what an incredible actress she is. I bet she sells all of the meteors. I bet she sells it.
I bet you she does. I bet you
she sells it. She's a great actress.
That reminds me, though, of another thing we should talk about because she plays a cop. and she plays a cop. Garibaldi plays a cop.
Does?
Garibaldi.
No,
Okay.
Garibaldi is a cop in the show.
Yeah.
And we've talked about this in Grey Council a little bit. It's not at all spoilers, but it is something that people say often when watching the show is one of the things you have to deal with is the 90s propaganda. There's just a lot of...
I mean, it's the 90s. Like,
hardcore.
That's gonna
he's allowed
happen.
to beat people up. It's fine. Like it's
Garibaldi smashing
cool.
dudes' faces into the bar. I'm like, oh,
Now, listen.
boy.
Yeah.
Listen, the guy was being racist, and I'm like,
They still shouldn't just grab
You
people and
shouldn't.
smash
No.
their
That's
faces
how
into the bar.
Garibaldi has dealt with all of the criminals, though, has been
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yes.
you're a criminal,
Just beat 'em
punch in
up.
the face. That's what we
Yeah.
do.
yeah, and it's like that's not.
I have been deliberately going 90s goggles on that because I'm like, there's a lot we could talk about here.
Yeah.
The show's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
interested in that.
No.
And so I don't,
No,
Like
it's
the
really not.
90s weren't like
Yeah.
interested in that. I
Well, and
feel like
not to say it's a product of its time, because I hate that trope,
Yeah.
like saying that
No,
about
of
like
course.
making excuses for things. But your point is that the show is like, these are the actual messages we're trying to get across. And
Yes.
here were the cultural things that were just happening at this time that I mean, there was even something they said, there was some line that they said, and he said, hang up. I'm like, today's kids aren't saying hang up anymore because nobody has a phone in their hand and they don't hang it up. They're just
Right.
like, I disconnected the
oh,
call.
do they not?
I don't think they say hang up anymore.
Oh.
Maybe
What do they
do.
say?
I'll find out.
On the
I'll
call?
ask the kids. But the point is, like, there are just things that were so a part of everyday life
That you
and
don't
that
think
trope
about
of,
it. It's not even...
and that trope of the tough cop getting his way by pushing the guy's face in the thing is just, that was just what people
That was the trope.
were
Yeah.
used to seeing on television
Yeah.
at that time.
Yeah,
And that's
I
not
feel
what we're
like
talking about. It's not a
people
show about
didn't
that.
question that.
Yeah.
In the same. I mean, it's not cool.
No.
I don't like it. I'm the first
No.
person to be like,
we'll joke about, haha, he's a racist, but like, you shouldn't do a police brutality.
I mean, I think the
Garibaldi.
first thing we said was, a little
Yeah,
police
yeah,
brutality.
yeah, yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
the
you
guy's
did, yeah.
racist, but like,
I think I mean, and we've mentioned it when it's happened before offhand. Garibaldi has a
Yeah.
tendency to fly off the handle and do things that he simply should not do.
which he shouldn't do.
And it is interesting because the show is aware, I think, that that's not cool. Because when this happens, it's like, did they press charges against him? And the answer is always no.
The answer's always no, and I'm like, they should have. But
and Jeff's response was no, but they should have, or
They should
could
have,
have,
yeah.
and like he was admonished for his behavior for sure, and you
Yeah.
know,
but
So-
didn't receive any like real consequences from that though either.
no,
But listen,
No, and I will point...
at the same time, there's also the Dr. Steve of it all.
Yes, exactly.
Walking around also being problematic. I'm like,
Right.
every time I see him, I'm like, why do you still have a medical license?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
here we are.
Yeah.
There's no HR in space. And
there is no HR in space.
apparently we haven't
We
had a
need to make
propaganda
t-shirts.
discussion yet.
You need to make
Apparently
those
we
no
haven't had
HR
a police
space
brutality
t-shirts.
discussion or a,
Not as much.
Well, I'm saying like it's so funny to me watching this show and going, this is such a reflection of what the 90s think the future is like, but it still brings with it so
Yes.
much stuff where I'm like, we as a culture have evolved from this moment
Yeah.
in a way where I'm like, oh, they didn't even anticipate
Yeah.
for all the attention to detail that JMS has, right? Where he's like
Yeah.
making sure that the guy in the gravity, like the thing with no anti-gravity or whatever,
Strapped
the thing with
in,
no
yeah.
gravity, like is strapped in. Like it's kind of interesting to be like, oh, but these are the ways in which we didn't see the culture evolving.
Yeah,
Right.
the blind spots that you have. Like it's like those
Yeah.
future, like what things will be in the year 2000 from 1920, and it's oh, they have all these future machines, but the women are still doing all the cooking. Like they don't, like they never thought about like the possibility that men can possibly be doing stuff in the kitchen too. Like
Yes,
it's
Yeah,
that
the
kind of
women
stuff.
and
Yeah.
like the women on the show are still all like younger. There aren't a lot of like women in positions of power that are older, and I think that's also a
Yeah.
reflection of like
Yeah.
the times because like
yeah.
women had just really started entering the workforce in earnest not that long before in terms of like
Like a one
real command
generation
positions
before,
and
like,
stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
like I mean I'm watching Mad Men right now and we're in like the late 60s, so like it's interesting to me because like a lot of the women are still like very much younger And like,
well, yeah, I mean, we talked about how lovely that Ivanova scene was, but so it was like Ivanova's a young woman in a command position.
In a command position. We're not seeing a lot of older women in these command positions yet.
No, I mean, we had the prophetess, but again, she was an old seer was kind of her characterization.
Yeah, which I feel like, I mean, old seers that's kind of a trope that's always existed. Old seer women. But like, we don't, it's not like Jeff's a woman.
No.
Or Garibaldi's a woman in their 40s or 50s.
Voyager, it ain't.
Which is
no. Yeah,
but it is. Like,
it's okay. Yeah.
I think there weren't that many at the time. Yeah, well, it was still.
There's
progress.
We have blind spots. Like it's a thing that we've talked about before. Like this idea that I hope I like to think that I'm a progressive person, and I kind of, because of that, I kind of hope in 10 years I'll look back and think, I can't believe I thought that 10 years ago.
Right.
Like,
damn.
Like that's,
well, God, please, I think that's a mark in your favor.
Please let us evolve.
Yeah, I think that's a mark in your favor if you're a person that looks back and goes, 10 years ago, what a mess. Like, that means that you've evolved and like taken the time to grow. And I think that's like why we're here on this freaking planet, is to grow. So if you're looking back and going, wow, 10 years, I haven't really changed. I'm like, whoa. Whoa.
But that's not
maybe
why
you should do a little bit of soul searching,
reflecting.
Sorry.
Yes,
reading, meditating on that.
Yes. So we hit on what I was trying to do a round robin, and we stopped on one character. But
it's Ivanova. Of course, we stopped on Ivanova.
Yes, of course. Londo.
Great. I mean, this the other thing, we're talking about how he got his depth and poignancy, and it's not unlike the episode where Jacquard did the thing for Kath.
Right.
You said that was supposed to be later, right?
Was that one supposed to be later? No,
that one was when it was. Okay, all right.
I don't think that one mattered. Like, that was a pretty early episode, actually. I think before Science and Portents, right? Yeah.
No, it was. I wasn't sure it was supposed to come later in the order.
I literally can't remember.
I think by like one episode or something. I think it was just like only like shortly out of, but it was still supposed to be early.
This obviously deeper than that. A little more history on Londo. Really nice, lovely Londo. I was surprised to see him take such a big part in the main plot there.
One of the things I was thinking about. Oh, sorry.
Good.
One of the things that I was thinking about was just that the fact that it appeared to him when he's being like compared to Draal and Jeff makes me feel like there's an innate goodness in him that they're starting to explore.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I can see that. I can definitely see that.
Does that make sense? Because otherwise, why would the thing have appeared to him?
Well, he's a romantic,
Yeah. But I think there's like hints at more under the surface there that I think we're getting to with him.
Right. Okay. Let's see. Delenn. We've talked a lot about Delenn because I wanted to gush about Mira Furlan for a bit, but
not really anything else. Just
beautiful
nice
work.
Her. Really
beautiful
sweet,
work.
Really sweet stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a ton I have to say anymore about Delenn right now. I will eventually.
I'm sure. Garibaldi. It was mostly, as you said, an emotional plot, but yeah.
Good. Good stuff from him. He's still kind of just a goofball in a lot of ways. It's okay.
I feel like this gave him a lot more depth, though. That he has some regrets of like, and he's got his like drinking past, which they bring up often.
Yeah. And I mean, he even made it goofy at the end. Franz. What the hell kind of a name is Franz?
Yeah. But that feels like how he would cope with things.
It feels like deflecting. It feels like the way that he would cope.
Yeah. Not a criticism. That's just, kind of,
do you want to say anything about Varn? Okay, I'm gonna jump in. Varn is they only mentioned his name, I think, once. I think once. He's the guy who was in the machine who came out.
Oh, the guy,
machine.
Daniel.
Yeah,
right.
Daniel. But the actor, I just want to say two things about the actor. So he actually lived to 91. So he clearly the machine worked on him and did extend his life. He lived to be 91, which is amazing.
Wow.
He was German. He was a Holocaust survivor and a rescuer who saved about 150 Jewish children during the Holocaust.
Wow.
That is amazing.
Wow.
What was his name?
And then was like, I'll go be an actor.
Right? I'll go be
that's
be
amazing.
an actor. And then played
awesome.
this character who sacrificed himself for his, for his people.
Yes.
I was like, this is a really nice little
Thank you for sharing
story.
that.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
Kurt Lowens. That's his name, Kurt Lowens.
And I just talking about JMS casting, women who were cancer survivors and who'd lost their hair to play the Centauri women who were instead of bald caps. And there's just this, I don't think JMS took his casting lightly. And and this is we've already said like over and over again, space Nazis and like anti-space Nazis. And like, I do think that there's something to be said about him casting this guy with this story. I don't think that's like,
do you think he knew?
No, I don't think so.
Because I don't think that's something you put on your acting resume. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. And I don't know if maybe they had worked together before on something else. And so he did know that, but it's just really amazing. Like, amazing
cast him in everything. Holy shit.
That is amazing.
He did, and he did an amazing job.
Yeah.
Yes. And Allie, did Gus tell you about JMS's, because you weren't here for TKO, JMS's dad?
I forgot to mention
that. He's about space Nazis.
He was
JMS's dad was a Nazi. Like an actual did war
Nazi.
crimes
like
in
World
Nazi,
War II.
like a Nazi.
Yeah. Now, he was a Nazi. Like,
I'm not judging JMS. You can't
help
who you're born to.
JMS
exactly.
was like,
but what a heavy thing to carry. Like, that's a heavy generational trauma to freaking carry.
Yeah. And he just sort of grew up around it. The story I told during TKO, I'll just tell it briefly
Holy
again.
Shit.
When he was around like 13 or 14, he had a friend at school. He liked her, thought she was nice, invited her back to his house. She walked in his house, looked around, and I turned around and left. It was like, I'm Jewish.
Oh, yeah.
I can't be in that house. There's Nazi paraphernalia all over your house. And that was the first time JMS realized.
That's so brutal.
It was like, what the? Oh, like,
that's
you
so
don't
brutal.
know. You're a kid. It's just the house you
Yeah,
live
you
in.
don't know. You grow up in what you grow up in, and it's normal to you. And then, like, it takes someone else a lot of the time when you come from an environment like that. To make you go, oh, this isn't normal and okay.
Yeah.
And then there's like so much deconstruction that you have to do for him to get to the point where like the show is as freaking accepting and liberal as it like to go from my dad's a Nazi to that, the deconstruction that you have to do to get from there to there cannot be fucking understated. That's wild.
It is.
Like,
it was
and
very
the like trauma that does to you, like that generational trauma is freaking heavy. Like that's whoa.
I honestly
good
think
for him.
It's going to be a bit of a weird thing I'm about to say, but I think it actually helped the deconstruction that his father was also just an awful, shitty person.
Well, yeah.
So it was just like...
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Like Nazis are awful, shitty people.
Yeah, what? Here's the thing. Like, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like, there's not a good Nazi. Like, that's not a thing. That doesn't exist. Those two things, like, it's not a Nazi, and then he's like also a really great dad. Like, there's just no way those two things fucking go together. I'm sorry. There's not that nuance. Like, you cannot be like, I'm cool with murdering people and be like, fun, cool dad. Like there's Phil Dunphy from Modern Family is not out there murdering people. You know, they're not. That doesn't go.
He did play a Nazi on Key and Peele. It was great. It's a great sketch,
and he was great. Ty Burrell's amazing.
If he was out there murdering people, it cancels out the fact that he's a good dad.
Oh, completely cancels that.
Yeah,
like 100%.
Like all of a sudden, you're like, oh no, like even if my dad was cool to me, my dad is not a good person, and that's. That's the deconstruction that has to happen either way, because it's like, well, my dad, regardless of whether or not I liked him, fucking murdered people and was like cool with that. So like, we can't, now that has to change my relationship to like how I see him. It just has to, like, you don't look at your parent the same way. Like when you realize that they're a fucking monster, you just never see them the same.
Yeah. So like, it was important for, like, he actually mentions it in his autobiography, like he wanted to make a character in his show Jewish and make like not just have her be like background character, like, or have her casually mention that she was Jewish once and
Who's
then
the
never
Jewish character in the show?
Ivanova.
That was
Jewish?
That was in
TKO. The interesting part of TKO was Ivanova
sitting
Shiva for her dad.
Yes. Yeah.
I heard you say Shiva and I was just like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't, I was
TKO
like,
is worth
I didn't
watching
translate it into
for that piece
Jewish.
of knowledge.
I just was like, I guess it's something everyone does now, because I've always thought that that's a really great tradition. So because I'm like, well, that just makes sense.
No, she's very Jewish.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Freaking A.
So, that was important to him.
Friggin' A, why not?
In his show. Yeah.
That's all.
So,
dude.
Yeah. And
holy shit!
I'll repeat
I have
everything.
so much respect for him. I had a lot of respect for him already. I have so much more respect for him knowing that. Because here's my thing. I'm like, you have to let people grow, because some of us don't come from places where we were taught right. Like you have to let people grow. Like, yeah, if they're not people who are interested in growing and changing, fuck them. But like, there's a lot of people who, like him, he like invited his friend to his house thinking his house was fucking normal and his house was a fucking nightmare zone. And that they take somebody saying that to you and going, hey, your house is a nightmare zone, for you to go, oh yeah, because you don't know until you know. And a lot of the time, if you come from those environments, you don't know until you fuck up.
Yeah.
Right.
And somebody goes, hey, you fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you get to decide what to do with that. And it's like the process of deconstruction is deeply often humiliating because you are constantly being told that you've done something wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you lose a lot of friends during deconstruction. One, because you can't be friends with people you were with before. And then the people who you want to be friends with, you keep fucking up in front of.
Yeah.
It takes a while for you to like actually, and like, thank God for people who are like patient with people who are deconstructing while they're deconstructing.
Yeah. 100%.
Because not everybody is. And that's fair. That's fair. But like, that's something to really deconstruct. Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
He actually said at the end of his autobiography that one of the main reasons he wrote it was to expose his father, because his father tried to hide that part of himself quite obviously. Like he moved to America. So, you know, he was
good
not,
for him.
Like,
good for him.
No,
Spill that tea.
Exactly.
Yeah, so. Good for him. And that's a hard thing to do, man. Like that's a hard thing to do. Like to be upfront about that kind of thing. Like that is brave as hell.
I look forward to reading that someday after we finish the show.
It's
good
a lot.
for him.
It is
That's
a lot.
what I've heard. I've heard it's quite heavy.
Yeah.
Damn. What a guy.
While I was tell you what chapters to skip, but nah. Just wait.
I'll just wait. I'll just read it when we're done.
That's so wow.
When I was reading it, I was sending messages to my friend Bodhi as I was reading it. I said, I can't wait to get out of his childhood. Like, it's just, I need him to become an adult really quickly. Like, this is terrible.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's like, there are people where it's like, they don't have good childhoods. Like, you just don't. You just don't have you're like, you become an adult and you're like, oh my God, I did not have a good childhood. Even what the moments I thought were good were monstrous because I was like surrounded by fucking swastikas. Like, think about it. His Christmases, he's surrounded by swastikas. Like, there's just there's just no good memories in there.
Try on his Nazi uniform. His dad would be like, put this on. I want to see what you like. Yep.
Oh, God.
There's just no, like, even the, like, father-son moments that you have where you're like, oh, that was nice. You look back on later and you go, oh, that was actually really fucked up.
Yep.
I thought that was, like, really sweet when I was younger. And now I'm like, oh, no, every moment that I had with you, you were a monster and I was a victim.
Pretty bad, man.
And now my responsibility is, as a victim of that, is to like unlearn my entire fucking childhood.
See, this is why I thought TKO would be interesting for her to talk about.
Yeah, because of stuff like that. Yeah.
This stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
So you should watch it.
All right.
Honestly, you should.
Maybe we'll do like a
we'll
we could just tag in like a
I was like, hey, I just want to say.
Yeah. And you're going to watch it and you're going to be like, well, you could have done a lot with that. Anyway, I'm going to shut the fuck up about TKO. I'm talking about
maybe he wasn't ready. Do you know what I mean? Like, maybe he wasn't fully ready. You know, like, that's a lot of shit to carry. That's a lot. And, like, this is the thing, too, is, like, people ask you about your childhood all the time. Like, people ask you about your parents all the time. It's like casual conversation for people. And if you don't have a good childhood and if you don't come from a good situation, it is so awkward to talk about your family because you're like, you have to make a decision about how much you're going to divulge about that. And people who come from good families sometimes don't understand.
They don't get it. No, they don't get it.
They do not fucking get it. They do not fucking get it when you're like, oh, you know, like it's complicated or whatever. They're like, but it's still your parents. And you're like, or what, or whoever, right? Like, it's like, it's still your dad if your dad's a Nazi or whatever. And it's like,
just casually, if your dad's
he's a Nazi though, like, but it's not just like a difference in opinion. That's like an actual like fucking problem. Yeah. But then you're like, well, how much do I fucking, I feel like the culture around it is changing though. Like as I grow older, people are becoming more like less that way. But you know, there is a lot of like, well, they're still your parents, or like they, you know, they still love you or whatever. And you're like, sure, in the way that a Nazi is capable of loving his son. But like, as we like, you're not a Nazi and like a normal fucking person with like normal capacity for feeling.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's just not a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Good for him. And damn, I like him even more than I did before.
Cool guy.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Any other characters that you wanted us to
Well, I could monologue about JMS some more.
I could too.
Now that I know this about him. Wow. That's a lot. That's a lot. Holy schnikes. Okay.
I don't think there's any more from this anymore, like Draal, but that's, we've talked about.
Great guy.
Yeah.
Look forward to having him show up twice a season.
Twice a season?
Or not.
Okay.
Maybe twice. Maybe never.
All right.
He's in the planet now. He could show up. He might not.
Yeah. Who knows?
I'm still stuck on JMS's fucking childhood. I can't. That's just sticking with me. That's so heavy, dude.
Here's the thing. Man. Here's the thing I will say about if you ever pick it up, I don't know what the worst thing about his dad is, and the fact that he's a Nazi, like that. There are things. It's so bad. It's so bad.
You get worse.
Well, yeah, he's got to be a straight up sociopath. You don't do that stuff and are not.
Yeah.
It's hard to get worse.
It sounds like it would be, and there's levels, and I don't know what is worse, like his Nazism or his this or that or like that. It's
Jesus.
Well, I dread
it's
reading
really
this.
bad.
Guy, Jesus.
Once he leaves home, I'm like, okay, good. Whew, if I can breathe.
He seems like he seems like a very aware and like. I mean, God, that's a lot of unlearning you have to do. So, your whole fucking life you have to unlearn.
Yeah.
As an adult.
People rehearsing with you soon?
We do in a minute.
Okay, just check.
That's so bonkers. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa. Not to end on Nazis, but holy crap. What a guy. It makes me respect him so much. We have to respect people who do that kind of work. We have to, because it's so much. It's so hard.
Yeah.
It's basically everything that I know about being alive is fucked up, and I'm going to just go really hard into the unknown and hope I land somewhere good. Mm-hmm. But damn, that's so hard to do. Jesus Christ. Good for him.
Find a voice in the wilderness, as it were.
Does he have kids?
Done. No. JMS?
Yeah, you wouldn't.
Yeah, very intentionally.
I segged the hell out of that way.
He doesn't have kids.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I was thinking about that too. Yeah, I get it. Fuck. Jesus. Oh, fuck. Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him. Good for him. That's so much. Holy shit.
Wait, before you guys, if you guys are getting off the screen, this is not going to work because we're on a podcast only, but I forgot to show you my pumpkin ball.
Oh yeah, Charlie, hold on. Here, Charlie's. Look, we have these.
Go.
Yeah. You just said Charlie's look. The Charlies can't see.
Yeah, I know.
Charlie's, listen to the mugs.
Charlie, you're going to have to go back over just to the YouTube channel for
Halloween-themed mugs.
Yeah, 1 hour and
really
7 minutes in to see the Halloween. The Halloween is happening.
All right, so we have to end there. We have to end there because we can't go back. And I will go back if we keep letting me, because I'm like,
it's a lot to carry.
I just sit with that for 7 to 10 business days.
Yes. All right.
Whoa.
We will end there. I guess I'll kick y'all out.
Bye.
Talking about how the stuff that we missed and don't know about, and how the planet never comes up again.
Not a go.
Never even a little bit.
Bye. See ya.
Bye.
Ah, my friends! You have reached the most dangerous part of our journey, the Grey Council. Here we speak of things that must not be spoken. Secrets, betrayals, spoilers. If you are not ready, turn back now. But if you dare to proceed, I promise you it will be magnificent. Oh, Mr. Garibaldi!
All right, planet never comes up again, not even a little bit.
Not even a little bit. Nope. For anybody who accidentally kept listening after the Great Council started.
Not even a little bit.
No. I will say one thing. I almost said this there because it's not so much, I guess it is a spoiler. I do remember thinking that people were going to keep coming to try and get what was on the planet. Just because the planet fought them off once, they immediately just give up and never try again. And no, they never try again. Nobody ever tries again. But that's not real. This was, I think that's just because it would be complicated for the plot if they just had to deal with people showing up all the time.
Yeah.
But if it was real, people would be showing up all the time.
Yeah. I mean, and also I brought it up because because I knew it was going to bother me now, and I was like, I want to bring it up now to them as well, which is you've now placed a Minbari on that planet.
Yeah.
Like all of the things that Pierce came in saying of we have to get there first. We can't let other people get to this place first. It's got all this technology. They just got out. I mean, I know that we know now that the Minbari are very, altruistic in many ways. Like there is a giant warrior cast that we dealt with in the last episode. And also the Minbari War was not that long ago. Like, it seems to me that Earth would be like, hey, hold up, everybody.
Yeah.
Like, y'all just placed yourselves at the front of this, like, potential technological weapon, this super powerful thing that can fight, JMS even says it in the Lurker's Guide. He says, the station potentially has a powerful, this is in the analysis, this isn't JMS speaks, but the station potentially has a powerful new ally in Draal. It remains to be seen if he will prove willing to come to the station's defense in the future, but the threat of retaliation by Epsilon 3 might be enough to keep any would-be attackers at bay. I mean, that's again like a big deal of like, we already know that the Minbari are like, have some forms of communication that are beyond what we know. So like Minbari Homeworld being like, hey, homie, who's holding up the planet? Can you shoot down Babylon 5? Like it seems
it can. It technically can. You're right.
Yeah. So it seems to me that this would be a political threat and a potential war and military threat to Earth World or Earth Dome that like is not being explored here at all.
No, never. Like the Epsilon 3 is, I don't like Earth seems to forget about it. Like they don't think they ever have any interest in it after this because they're like, I guess not. And like, it's like touched hot stove, never touch hot stove again, except the touch hot stove is like potentially really, really valuable. And
it could make you really good dinners.
Yes. So maybe you should try, but they never try again. And, as far as like how relevant it is, like I said, it is the power that basically sends Babylon 4 back where it needs to go, like sends Jeff back into the past to become Valen. And like refugees go down onto the planet. They use the power from Epsilon 3 when Babylon 5 is on doing resistance against Earth, like when Earth goes fully fascist. And they use it for their like resistance radio. But it is not as big a deal in like the Babylon 4 thing is the biggest thing it does. The rest of it, it's there. Yeah. I don't know. I remember thinking it was going to be a bigger deal than it was. And it was going to be like a constant issue. Cause and I never even thought of the issue that you thought of because you're right. I think it's because Draal was a friend of Delenn's. It didn't occur to me that Draal was Minbari.
Yeah. I know. I had the same feeling when we were watching it at the beginning. It wasn't until like we wrapped it up, and maybe it was when Pierce's like just was like whatever. But I was like, wait a minute, it's not just like you said these other non-humans went down, and then Garibaldi went, and also Garibaldi going after them was like, I got to go after them. I'm like, what do you? Why? But then and then it was like I was like, it's Delenn and Draal. It's like it's all good in the up and up. I'm like buying it, and then I'm like, wait, why would anyone from Earth be buying that as an okay thing?
Yeah,
but they are. It's a story point that's kind of going to get dropped now, right now.
Pretty much. Yeah. That is going to be the end of that. So I did not think about it. One of the things I think is kind of cool that the show does. It's a visual thing, but the way it distinguishes the ships, the Earth ships look so different. They're really boxy compared to other culture ships, like that purple one that went down. I'm pretty sure that was a Minbari, or not a Minbari, a Centauri ship, because it was purple and it had, and the Centauri ships sort of have a flare like their hair, and the Minbari ships look like shells, like their what do you call it? The crest,
the cone,
their crest thingy, and they all kind of look like them, but the human ones are really, really boxy, and most of them do have a spinning part. But this one did not. So I think that's kind of cool. Other things, Londo. Oh
my God. I was almost crying while we were watching it, and I was just like, make no reaction, make no face, like don't show anything. And I even I was like, oh right, like this is where we see who Londo could have been.
Could have been. And it's like I think this is like meant to like cement that we like this guy. He's a hero. It's amazing. and then he's going to break us heart. He's going to break our hearts. Yeah.
I was thinking about it. I was like describing it as like we've had so many save the cat moments in in this episodes. I mean, not to go to the trope that people don't love, but I'm a big proponent of his work. Blake, oh my God, I can't believe I can't think of his last name. Anyway, who wrote Save the Cat? He's great. He's a great story person. And, we have so many of these moments, and this is a moment of like Londo, like us being like, he is, he isn't just the buffoon, and we care about him, and he's here to do something. And he literally was like, I know only one of us is going to come back, but he's ready to even sacrifice himself in that way. And I'm like, I was waiting. I was even like, I had a moment where I was like, are you playing them? Are you like just trying to get something out of this? And I was like, no, you're not.
No, he's completely
this is the real
sincere.
Londo.
He wants to be a hero, and that's what he hope. That's his goal would be. Like, and it's so sad because even at this point, he knows that's not how he dies. Like, he has that vision where he dies with Jakar's arms around his neck, but like his sincere wish is to die as a hero, and he's going to die as a villain, and that's like it's heartbreaking because like I've said this before, but it's one of the I guess it's just the sort of the miracle of the medium. Despite I never stop liking Londo. Like when he's doing horrible things, I feel so sad for him. Like I feel obviously more sad because I am a human and I have a soul, but like for what's happening to Narn and to the people who are suffering. And if it was real and I had a choice, obviously Londo should be punished for what happened. But it's wounding him, and I feel it. Like, and it's because of the episodes like this that you can, feel that in him. Yeah. So that is brutal. I wonder if that's why we didn't have Jakar in this episode, because we needed to be able to see Londo
as his most Londo, most true self, without him playing up against Jakar, like the hate back and forth that he talks about at the beginning of episode 1, of the first one. I mean, of the part 1. Yeah. That's a really good point. Yeah. Aside from the budget.
Yes. Yes, exactly. See, I didn't take notes during this one.
I didn't. The only one I took actually at the end of the last one, and I said I would bring up in this one, and then I forgot to bring it up in the Zocalo, was just that they were like the planet, maybe it's full of prisoners. That it's like that he's a guardian of, maybe they were holding prisoners there. I still don't understand. I don't know. This is a spoiler. I'm sorry. This is a spoiler. I'm just going to say I still don't understand how he could say that and not have been watching Strange New Worlds yet. That's all. Bye.
Okay.
Nothing else.
I'm still on season 1, so
I know.
a rewatch, but still. Yeah. Oh, I had another thought, and I'm trying to remember what it was. Okay, I'm going to go through the characters in my brain. Every single time it kind of hurts me because I know that they're right, but talking about Jeff and Delenn, like it's just, you definitely picked up what he laid down. It's not gonna happen. Yeah.
I know.
So,
but then the Valen stuff is like, I don't know.
Yes.
I'm like excited that we're gonna go.
Oh, the Valen stuff is so good. That episode is. Yeah.
And they're also gonna love Sheridan so much. They're gonna love Sheridan.
Yes. I don't know if I could call Sheridan John like that. Delenn calls him John. I'm not his wife. Like,
right.
I can't call him John. So anyway, Ivanova. Let's see. Anything from her? I had another thought. I'm trying to think what it was.
Lisa.
Yeah, she sticks around. Like I said, she's in the very she's throughout this show. I mean, she's not a huge character, but she comes back, and I'm pretty sure it's the same actress throughout.
Oh,
which Sheridan's wife, Anna Sheridan. Yeah. The first time we see her, it's a different actress than because it's Melissa Gilbert when she's actually on the show, which is amazing.
I know. I know.
It's Laura Ingalls. Look at you. It's Laura Ingalls.
And they were married at the time.
Yes, they were. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But the first time we see her, it's a video and it's a different actress. So it's kind of cool that I'm pretty sure Lise is the same actress that comes back.
Good.
Mm-hmm. I don't know that I have more. Plot stuff. The big plot thing in this episode is Epsilon 3, and we've gone through everything pretty much about that. So they do. Sorry, Epsilon 3 is a part of helping find the first ones. So, okay, that's a pretty big deal. They're a big deal during the Shadow War.
Right,
because they have to get the other first one. So Epsilon 3 definitely helps out with that.
Yeah. And then there isn't really much. I mean, they were like, there's nothing really to the Mars thing. It was just the emotional journey. I was like, well, there's more that we'll get a little bit in there, but you know.
The fact that we're seeing that there's conflict there because the Mars will rebel. To me, Mars always feels like it never rises to the level of, even though we do have characters that go to Mars. Yeah. But it never rises to the level of an A plot in my mind. It always feels like a B plot. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, I think that's it for this episode. So.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we covered a lot in the first one. I mean, this is the tricky part about 2 parts. Y'all are listening to these a week apart, but
we recorded them back to back. Yes, it is now 5:43 a.m. here in Korea.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Yes. You need to go to bed. That is insane. That is crazy. You can sleep all day amazing. Today, right?
That's my plan.
Good.
All right. Well, thank you all for joining us for this episode. You can always check out our reaction if you didn't see that already. It's up on YouTube if you want the unedited. Yes, that's the right one. Unedited version. That is up on Patreon. You can also get early access and ad-free versions of the podcast, whatever. You can check that out. And like and subscribe and rate and review and all the things you're supposed to do. Do all of those things.
Do them all.
Yes. And Babble On.